go ahead and then you can ask. Because, no, first let him ask because he was quite the whole... Oh, you two are together as well? No, okay. Because I'm seeing that people are sitting opposite, right? Okay, so you don't have a question. Yeah, ladies first, right? What a gentleman. Okay, go ahead.
How is Ashish been as a child, as a student, as in college, and then as a scientist, and then now as an author? How is his journey so far, and what are the hurdles that you faced, and what is the biggest challenge that you have?
The biggest challenge in this world for anybody would be the hindrance or the inertia to change. Like, it is very simple to say, oh, work hard and you'll become better. But like I said, there's an inertia, right? There's an inertia of the world who does not want you to change, and there's inertia within you as well. Like, for example, me and him, we are like skinny, right? So it's very difficult for us to gain weight, but there have been skinny people who have become super muscular, right? Like, more often than not, you are going to find people who are super muscular. They used to be skinny because they had bigger motivation to gain weight or to bulk up. And that's the other idea, that your biggest weaknesses can be turned into your biggest strengths because you're absolutely at zero at your weaknesses. For example, when it comes to me, I was an introvert. My mother tongue is Hindi. I was not an excellent student in academic wise. So I was not good at speaking. So I was at absolute zero. So when I decided that I'm going to become better at speaking, then I had to learn from scratch, like what works and what doesn't. Then I had to do a lot of hit and trial. So that created a method. Right? Now, a person who is, let us say, growing up in Mumbai or Delhi, and parents are speaking in English, and they're naturally a little bit good at English. They did some debate and some speeches and all growing up. Their parents put them, and they are naturally good at it. They're naturally good since the age of 5 till the age of 18. So they grew up in it. So they did not have to find a method. So they do not know how to propel it further. They're going to stay at that level throughout their life unless they voluntarily make decisions to find out ways to develop it further. But now they don't have the motivation. Like, I have a motivation right now because I'm terrible at it. So I don't have an option. So I'll find a way. Now I can use that way to go as far as possible. It started with teaching in English. Then it went up to like podcast in English. Then it went up to TEDx talk in English. Right now, if I was not comfortable in English, how would I be giving seminar in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai? Tell me. So that opened a door for me, and I can go even further. Like, there are so many people better at spoken English than me. Jordan Peterson, Sashi Tharoor, and I can easily reach that level. And when I say easily, I do not mean like there's not going to be difficulties along the way. It's going to be difficult, but all I need to do is use the same philosophies and techniques that I used to grow from that point to this point. In a similar manner, I was not a good student throughout my school life, but then I decided to become a good student. So I had to like find all the ways to become good in academics. So I was talking about this in Chennai seminar, I won't repeat, but the first few days, first a month or so when I spent in library, I was not studying at all because I was not habituated. My body was again having an inertia of not studying. But I forced myself to find out ways to how to make studies interesting, how to keep on studying for more number of hours. And then I found a method, then you can see how far I took that. So that's the good thing about having weaknesses. We all have weaknesses, and that's the beauty, that you can turn any weakness into your strength. And that's bloody difficult. That's very difficult to sustain because a lot of times there's a drop in performance or a stalemate of performance. You're working, but you're not seeing the result. And that's difficult. That's difficult to keep on moving. And that's when it also becomes a challenge that everybody else is contradicting you, telling you that it's not possible for you. And those are things that you'll read in this book as well. It's not like Ashwin does not have doubts. I think it is third chapter itself, Choices and Consequences, when you are going to see pressure and doubts, that there are people telling him that this is not possible, this cannot be done, this has never been done before. But he decides to keep on moving forward, and that's the idea that I talked about. I'll see it till the end. If this is logical, I'll try to make it work. If it is possible, I'll make it happen, right? That is what is written in the code. Like, if it is possible, I'll make it happen. And then it is written, if it is impossible, I'll make it possible. Those are the things that you are going to read in the further chapters. So that's difficult. That's the only thing difficult. But the beauty is that it is not complicated. It's difficult, but it's not complicated. That's what I meant at that time, that it is simple. In Hindi, we say, saral hai. It's not very complicated. Complicated is like rocket science or finite element method or computational fluid dynamics or maybe linear algebra to higher level, or calculus might be complicated to you. But this is not complicated. Like, developing a skill is not complicated. It's very simple. But you'll have to keep on working, and that part is difficult. To consistently keep on going forward when there are no results, when there are demotivation from the surrounding, that's difficult. But it's possible. That's the beauty, right? So that's what I've seen from my life. And I did not know about these things, obviously. Like, till the age of 18, I did not know that you can change. Like, when I got into college, my aim was to get a 3 lakh package. That's it. Like, I was so interested in playing video games. I was like, oh, I need just a salary good enough for me to buy video games and play video games in my weekends. That was my ambition when I got into college. But over time, when I kept on working, then I saw that almost everything is possible. And whatever skill you, like, I saw myself failing in physics when I was in 11th standard. That's when I actually failed in physics. That's what's written over here, right? How I failed in physics at the age of 18. So in 11th standard, they were going to actually drop me. They were not going to let me go to the 12th standard because I failed in physics. And they let me pass because physics was the only subject that I failed in. So they said that, okay, we are going to see, but if you fail in mock and all, we are not going to let you appear in the 12th board examination. So I did not fail again, but I did fail over there. And then I saw that there was a subject of physics in my first semester of college as well. And I got an S grade over there. You know, S grade is above A grade. That's the best grade that you can get. So I'm the person who saw both. And that's where the prologue starts. How many of you guys read the prologue? When it comes to bottomers, there are 2 kinds of bottomers. The sleeping one and the wide awake one. And I've been both. That's what I've written over there. Like, I was a bottomer in school as well. And I was a bottomer in this SCAR Academy as well. The way that it is written over here, which is related to the BARC Training School of Department of Atomic Energy. So I was bottomer in both scenarios. But in senior secondary, I was a bottomer because I just did not care. I was the sleeping one. But in the SCAR Academy that is written over here, I was the bottomer who was wide awake. And the common thing in both is, both do not care about a pecking order. They don't care about a ranking. They know what they have to do, or they know what they don't care about. It's as simple as that. So those are the things that I've learned through my journey. And obviously, I'm young compared to someone who is 50 or so, and obviously as I move forward, I'll be discovering more things. But whatever I've learned till the age of like 24, that is well thought of. What did I understand? And I analyzed it multiple times. You can understand, like, for 5 years, I've analyzed the same 1-year journey. So I'm very concrete about my ideas of what happened and what made me improve. And that is why the subtitle of the book is How I Failed in Physics at the Age of 18 and Became Scientist in both the nuclear program and the space program of the country. Because that's what I've reanalyzed again and again for 15 drafts and for 5 years. So you'll understand it all. You have copyright. You'll get what I learned. And every now and then, this book does take you back to my college days. It takes you as back as my first semester of college. There's like 3 scenes from college. Axis Institute of Technology. That is a fictional name as well. But you will see every now and then it pulls you back and shows you where I actually come from. Because if I only show you the SCAR Academy, you'll think that, oh, it's a university topper who's trying to become an ISRO scientist. But when you look even further behind, you'll understand, oh, it's actually a guy who is like below average student in senior secondary, who is trying to do something which everybody says is impossible for him. Okay? So don't worry. This book is my whole mentality. Through my videos, I've tried a lot. You see, I've talked about mentality a lot of times in Momentum podcast, but that's like impromptu. I just talk the way that I'm talking right now. But this book is analyzed. That's the thing about writing. Whatever you give forward, you have thought it again and again, and you're certain about that idea. So that's what I want to do. If something can show you exactly my mentality, and that's this book through Ashwin Taksh. And I think that is the final nail in the coffin of my whole journey of becoming an ISRO scientist. And it is going to teach you a lot of things, I'm sure about that. The more you read, the more you understand all the things that it takes. And it takes a lot. That's the difficult part. Right? All right. Very good. Did everybody get a copy? I get another notification. I have only one copy. Oh, this is the last copy. Nobody purchases after this, okay? Who is this? Rajit Gangam? Say your name for me. Did I just sell my book right now? Oh, this is a good book.